Clarity is the starting line of every breakthrough. So you're not lost, you're not unmotivated, you're not lazy, you are just lacking clarity. In this video, I'm hoping to give you the formula to gain clarity on where you're going with your life. Because for me, and a lot of times in my life, there's times there where I would wake up and I wasn't motivated to get after it, or I thought I was just lazy, or I thought I wasn't just pushing myself through it. But the truth is, I was lacking that moment of clarity of where am I going? Where do I want to wake up and run to and work hard at and be better in? What is that area? Where do I want to take my life? Where do I see myself? And it's not about having the whole entire grand plan. It's about having the clarity to help you make the next step and then the next step and the next step after that. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what is the lake of mind and who are we? What does this whole entire thing mean? And it's super, super interesting because once I get into it, you will see why most people get stuck using the PPP framework from Tony Robbins. And number 3, I'm going to talk a little bit about clarity. Number 4, I'm going to talk about how to create clarity for massive action. And number 5 is I'm going to tie it all together. So let's get started. What is the lake of mind? So right here is pretty much every single human being. We all have all of these. And at the core of it all is our true self. When we're born into this world, we're brought into this world by God. God brings into this world with everything that we need to become who we're meant to be, right? We are supposed to be a great individual. We are God's best form of creation. So why do we choose to pick up all the things from life? All the traumas, all the experiences, all of our beliefs, our self-concepts, our hidden, the mythology, the hidden features from the public that nobody knows about. And more. So let's break all of this down. So the first one is the sensory experience. So I'll give you an example. When you walk into a cafe, the first thing that you notice is the ambiance, maybe the people there, the people behind the counter, and that is your sensory experience. That's superficial. It's like when you walk into any place, it's the superficial thing. It's not that deep. Number 2 is the daily life, the instant replays, the previews of your life, the activities, and the situations. It could be the relationships, it could be your work, it could be a problem that you've had with someone. So that is layer number 2. Under that is layer number 3, your persona, your self-concept, your self-talk, your opinions, your habits, your expectations. And all of these things are built as we develop and as we become better human beings or worse human beings for some cases. But as we go through life, these are the things that we pick up along the way. The self-concept, the self-talk, and the opinions. And I think one of the most important thing is the self-talk. What do you tell yourself when you see something? At one point, I'll give you an example, is I would look at a woman, right? I would look at a beautiful woman, and this beautiful woman is a woman I would love to have as my wife. But immediately my mind, the self-talk going on, he's like, oh no, you can't have that. But it's like, why? Where did that come from? Where did that develop? And that's a problem that you need to catch and stop yourself from doing. Under that, we have your story, the story that you tell yourself. There's a story that I ran in my head for a very long time. It was after I dropped out of medical school. I would tell myself, I dropped out of medical school. I was this. Or before medical school, I was saying, I didn't want to work in construction with my dad. I didn't want to work on the farm. And I wanted to just get away from it all. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was like, maybe I should go become a doctor because I like to help people. But under that, helping people doesn't mean you have to be a doctor. Helping people can be this. This is helping people to me. I'm helping you. That's my intention with this content, with all of this, is to help people at the core of that. But then I masked it as, I need to be a doctor. I need to be this. I needed that. And then it was the expectation that I was setting for myself. And I almost like set an expectation that I didn't meet. Number 5 is in my mythology, your temperament, the recurrent themes, the projections that you place on people, the deep desires or flaws. There's something I noticed in myself. And it happens in most people. It's like you project something onto someone else. Like it could be fear, it could be something that somebody else projected on you. It could be something that you desire or a flaw that you see. A lot of times I've learned this, a lot of times when you notice a flaw in someone else that's close to you, it's usually a flaw that you see in yourself. And you either despise it or you hate it or whatever the case, but you're able to see that because you see that in yourself also. And under that you have my secrets. Number 6 is my secrets. So these are the things that are hidden from the public. These are the things that nobody knows about. The traumas, the experience that you've had, the failures or the success stories, the things that there's a lot of people that don't know about you. These are the deep, deep things that nobody talks about. Number 7 is my inner voice. The wisdom, the values, and the will. one of the things for the inner voice, one of the things that I was doing when I was younger is I was constantly replaying a lot of Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins and what's his name? Les Brown, one of my favorites, Les Brown. And I would replay these seminars or these YouTube videos over and over again to program my inner voice, because I wanted my inner voice to be reflective of who I wanted to become. So you need to be able to brainwash yourself into who you want to become. Number 8, my inner voice again. What kind of bullshit is this? Peak experience. Let's see, peak experience. Peak experience. Cool. Number 8 is the peak experience. These are the moments where you feel so proud of yourself, your accomplishments, and the things that you look forward to the most. And under all of that, under all the things that you pick up in your life is the true self, which we tend to go away from. As I got older in my 20s, now I'm about to turn 25, as I got older in my 20s, I started going away from my true self by the content that I was making, by the way that I was talking to myself, just in general. And all of that is what caused me to be, quote unquote, lazy. But it wasn't lazy. I was just lacking the clarity of where I wanted to go. Because if you go back a few years when, I was just like, I would wake up and I would be so excited just to be alive. And that was before the story that I would tell myself, the secrets, my inner voice, the experiences. And all of that gives you that lack of clarity. Because you go into your life and you just collect all these experiences and all these stories that you tell yourself, but it's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And you need to dump all of it and go to the core. In this lake, the lake of the mind, the reason it's called the lake of the mind is because it's so deep to get to my true self. And that's what matters most. You need to know who you truly are. And that brings us to the formula on how to create clarity for massive action. So the first step is to decide on what you truly want. I've learned in my life that when I make the decision, sometimes we go and advise people, sometimes we go and take advice from our parents, friends, mentors, whatever the case may be. But the best decision in your life come from those moments when you're like, you know what, I want to do this thing, and then you go and do it. Those are the best decisions. The worst decisions are the decisions that are influenced by other people, not based on what you truly want. So you have to decide on what you truly want. Number 2 is link massive pleasure or massive pain or both. For me, I've learned there's different parts of my life where I've linked massive pleasure to the goal, to the clarity, or to the things that I wanted to accomplish because it was genuinely exciting me. I associate massive pleasure and massive pain to one example I can give you is making content. The massive pain of not posting content is that I don't get to help people, is that I don't get to teach, is that I don't get to share the God-given gift that is instilled in me to help other people, to coach other people through situations in life. If I don't do that, then the pain of missing out and speaking on stages is that massive. And that I feel it. I feel that pain. I've been through seasons of that pain, of feeling it. So that's why it's important to link both. Sometimes you can't just link just pleasure to a goal. You need to link the pain of not doing it. Number 3 is you need to take immediate small action. Let's just say you're like, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to start going to the gym. Why don't you start today? Why don't you start today by doing some push-ups? Why don't you start today? Always have this mantra in your mind, your dominant thought. Make it, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. You need to do something, do it now. You wanna start going to the gym, do it now. How can you start today? Having that mindset of I'll do it tomorrow, and even in the smallest things. I can give you an example. Let's just say it's 10 p.m., right? And your bedtime is 10:20 and you're trying to make it to bed on time, yada, yada. But you have a dirty plate in your kitchen. You have a dirty plate in your sink. And it could be only one plate. The mindset of I'm gonna do it tomorrow leaks into every aspect of your life. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you go ahead and leave that plate, then in other instances of your life, it's okay to do things tomorrow. Where your standard should be, do it now. I'm gonna do it now, and I'm gonna be the person that does it now. Number 4 is a review daily. This is one of those things that you get. The review daily is one of the things that everyone tells you, oh, review your goals, have them on a card, do that. But honestly, fuck that. What you need to do is you need to modernize yourself with your goals. What I mean by that is you need to simply grab your phone and put your goals on the screensaver. You need to put your vision board on your laptop. You need to put your vision board on your iPad, on every single screen that you have, so you are reminded daily. The old review my goals daily, I would do it, right? I would have it on my notebook and I would review it maybe once or twice a week, and that's it. But when I started implementing the modern way of reviewing my goals, having it on my phone, having it on my iPad, having it on my laptop, I am constantly reminded every single day on why I'm doing this. Because the why of why you're doing something is super important, and that gives you even more clarity. You never want to lack clarity on what you want to do or who you truly want to become. Because as soon as there's doubt or there's fears or there's a little gap of like, is this what I truly want? You need to assess that. Because if you're not firm on where you're going, where are you going to sail? You're going to get lost. You're just going to get, any wind could take you, right? You get on your sailboat back in the day, and if Christopher Columbus was trying to go conquer somewhere else, if his ship wasn't en route, then he would have ended up somewhere else. And that's the same way you have to apply these principles to your life. And the last thing is replace expectation with appreciation. Everybody can hate on you, but you can't hate on yourself. Deep down, you always have to come back to the point of like, I'm gonna love myself, I'm gonna appreciate myself, I'm gonna appreciate the action that I took today, I'm going to take more action, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. But also, don't mistake this, the appreciation, with lowering the standard. If you didn't do something, be angry about it. Be so fucking pissed about it. Don't let it slip, because that is how you gain clarity on what you want in life. And if you feel like you are meant for so much more, then the truth is you need to do so much more. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope this truly helped you out, and I look forward to making more of these videos, and I will see you in the next one.